What's happening, everybody? JayShockblast here, and we are here on the PlayStation 4 with LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens. The DLC is out and complete. The Season Pass has been fulfilled, and I do not see there being a thank you DLC coming. They've only done it twice before that I can really remember. Once with LEGO Batman 3, where they added the heroines and villainesses pack, where I think they added like 8 characters, and then they did the Spider-Man pack in Lego Marvel Avengers. They're literally stretched thin adding characters to this game, and I don't really think they can go very far off the reservation when it comes to adding characters that may or may not be canon, or maybe just became canon again, aka Thrawn, aka Revan. Because I think Revan is actually canon. For a while, it was up in the air, but Hasbro has been cleared to make a new figure for him, and he is talked about in Rebels. So there's that. But alas, let's go ahead and actually Bane is talked about in Rebels too. So there you go. You might even see a ghost Bane. So. But let's not talk about that. I can get off track so easy. Right now, what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the last and final character grid. Now, I'm doing it on PS4, obviously, because there is PS4 exclusive DLC that is not available to everybody yet. And quite frankly, if they follow the path of LEGO Marvel's Avengers, may never be available to everybody. So far, the Droids pack is on Steam, but it is not on Wii U. Or Xbox, and then there's the Phantom Limb level pack. So this is the final character grid, and we're going to go to the front, and we're just going to look at every character in the game with the character grid first, and then I will do a final video where we showcase just the DLC characters. I don't need to do all these guys again because those videos are up there. So I'm not going to read all their names. I'm just going to hang out on them for a second or two. Maybe I'll get to a character that I want to talk about a little bit more, and I'll do it over the course of showing others. So here we go. A-Wing Pilot. Akbar has 2 versions, Classic and Resistance. You know, there's Anakin Pod Racer, Anakin Skywalker. Clearly one of the best characters in the game right here, Boba Fett. There are different versions of Chewbacca, 3 different versions. A lot of these characters... See, here's the thing, Crusher Rodoon, some of the big figs you're not going to be able to totally see, but, you know, some of these characters, they just didn't have enough time to flesh out. So, I think this game didn't really do as well for them as they had hoped it would. Palpatine as Emperor and Chancellor. Obviously, Finn has Junction Box, he has Starkiller Base, Takodana, FN2187, Helmetless, regular Finn. There we go. But yeah, the game did not do as well. There's no way it did as well as they were hoping for it to do. There were actually points where I was worried they weren't even going to finish releasing the DLC. They just... Everything kind of came out of nowhere. And I feel bad, like, because it's a good game. It's just, I think that there's just so many characters in this game. Like these two, there's virtually very little difference between the two. You know, Goss Towers, like so many of these characters, like nobody really knows anything about and really has a true appreciation for. So it's really hard to support a game like that. And I mean, I can tell you based on the viewership I've had of these videos, it's so far down from any other LEGO game I've done before. And then I can tell you just simply going into like Best Buy, or even today I was in Target, and they still have like their like limited editions on the shelves months and months later. Like Best Buy still has, you know, the gold box version, which comes with all the DLC, you know, with the season pass, and it comes with a little minifigure of Finn. You know, I've gone to 2 different Best Buys locally that have had tons of those, like 5 or 6 or 7, even more. At least on Xbox One and PS4. There's been a few on PS4, and obviously a few more on Xbox One. So I don't think they did nearly what they thought it would. And it's unfortunate because, like I said, this is a very well-made game. It's so beautiful and, you know, gorgeous. Like, the graphics are fantastic. You know, it's actually one of my favorite Lego games at this point. But it's hard to, like, get stoked about it because, you know, you look at some of these characters, and it's no fault of anybody's. It's just, it's one movie, and you're literally scraping the bottom of the barrel to get people like Praster Omlin in the game and Bruce Vivant. You know, like, some of these characters are just bottom of the barrel characters. Quiggled. I'm pretty sure we all could have lived without playing as him. And they did their best. I don't know. Hopefully, if they do another Star Wars game, it waits, like, I would say wait until we've got, you know, I don't know. I hope they don't do a game for Episode 8. If they do, I hope they work in Rogue One and maybe even the Han Solo, you know, movie. We'll have more Rebels to work in. There's so many characters in this game, but so many of them are just variants of the other. Like, look at all the stormtroopers, you know, and it's not even like it was with the Clone Wars, where you could have a Captain Rex, a Commander Cody, you know, Commander Fox, Commander Bly, all those different, you know, stormtrooper commanders, and all the, like, the different armies, they all had different colored armor. You know, Tabin Ralorsa. You know, nobody really cares about some of these characters, you know. And Technician Manditat. And that one looks like Doctor Doom. Don't get me wrong, there's some really cool, interesting characters, and I tried to be very positive about it. You know, I did a video of, you know, 10 characters I wish I could learn more about because of this game. But ultimately, I just don't feel like they got the type of attention they thought they would with it. The last 2 DLCs were great. I mean, the Escape from Starkiller Base and the First Order Siege of Takodana. Like, those level packs are a lot of fun. And they're short, but again, you know, the season pass is like $15, so, you know, you're getting a lot for that $15. Unfortunately, the part that gets me a little, that draws my ire, is I just feel like they were lazy with some of the characters that came with them. A lot of these droids are just completely useless. I like having the different astromechs, though. I mean, R2-KT is really cool. You know, so having the different droids is really nice, in a way, the astromechs anyway. But, like, you know, Amps does nothing for me. You know, of course, J.J. Abrams and Kathleen Kennedy. Then you have the little pieces for the Jack game. Then here's all your custom characters. You know, I got my Matt, the radar technician. And then I have my Jyn Erso. So Those are some of mine. Anyway, carrying on. Prototype Boba Fett. Now, honestly, like, the best part about the season pass that made it so worth it is that the characters, for the most part, in the season pass are all the characters that people really were looking for. Like, the bottom half, or I would say the bottom, like, 40% of this list is so substantially better than the top 60 because there's so many classic characters that people do already care about. And it's not that the characters that are in episode 7 aren't worthy of us caring about it. It's just they've had so much more time to flesh out some of these characters. Even the Shock T's and the Sassy Tins and the Bib Fortunas and Boosh, you know, these characters are all, you know, kind of characters that we've had multiple instances in print media, whether it be comics or books, where we've gotten to learn exactly who they are. So this is the one right here that I feel the worst about for Xbox and Wii owners. There's a possibility they will never get to play as General Grievous in this game, and he ended up being a really cool character. So we get the Super Battle Droid, you know, damaged Anakin Skywalker, you know, Darth Maul from the Clone Wars with his mechanical legs. You got Jango Fett. You know, I know you've got Boba Fett in the main game, but, you know, the possibility of never getting to play Jango Fett, you know, that's really unfortunate. I mean, we could all live without Jar Jar Binks, though. Saj is a great character, or Singh, Cad Bane. You know, and I know some of these characters were in the Clone Wars game, but still, you know. These are the reasons why people want to play these LEGO games, you know, is to play as the characters they're familiar with. Wouldn't want to miss VL44. Messy. Haha. Gonk 189. I mean, again, Gonk droid's useless. Sorry, I think I accidentally went through a few of these really fast. Bosh. Grabella the Hutt. So these are the Freemakers. I think a cartoon that I don't really feel like many people watch, because I don't really know any of these characters. I know the Freemakers is going to be out on Blu-ray soon, and I don't even think I'm going to be tempted to get it. This is a character I think a lot of people were super excited about. I think this pack right here, the Rebels pack, was the one that surprisingly a lot of people were obsessed with. So you got Ahsoka Tano and Chopper, and Ezra, and Hera, Kanan, Sabine, a Seventh Sister, Zeb, and then this is the last couple characters that, well, Strono Tugs. So these are the last 5 characters as part of the Escape from Starkiller Base DLC. That is it. That is the character grid, the final character grid with all DLC for LEGO Star Wars: The Force Awakens. You know, I do hope they make another Star Wars game, but I hope they, you know, there's a few years between Clone Wars and now, and I don't think they really benefited from it, but with there being so much new Star Wars content being made, you know, the Han Solo movie, Rogue One, Episode 8, I hope they wait until Episode 8. Well, I mean, alright, they're obviously going to wait until at least Episode 8, but I wouldn't even mind seeing them go a little bit longer, maybe even wait until Episode 9. You know, give it at least 2 years before they release another movie. let these characters flesh out. Hopefully the comics do more. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we'll see you.